Howdy. Okay, so this little corset card, I'm going to do a little tutorial on it. It unties, it's got pieces, parts, all kinds of things in it. I started out with a printout. This is what was printed from my Pinterest account. You can find this there and about 50 million other printouts, all different. I don't know if this is actually in the paper or if it's going to be in sewing because it's an actual small sewing pattern. I'll put my link to my Pinterest account and everything on it on this video so you can find everything. Otherwise, junk journaling in the man cave. Find me on TikTok or Pinterest, Instagram, and you can find a link to it through either one of the bios. So easy peasy, right? All right. What I'm going to do, the first thing is, since this came out wacky, I'm going to trace it out. I'm going to include a center line. I'm going to fold them in half, and then I'm going to make sure that both the sides are equal. Other than that, and I'm going to just concern myself with the three large parts. I'm not going to worry about the side because I'm not actually sewing this up. So this is going to be the main outside. Let me show you. This will be the main outside envelope. This will be the main card inside, and then a small little note card part. At least that's how I did the last one. You can do yours however you like. But this, yeah, the way these are shaped, and with this, it makes a perfect little pocket or a little envelope or whatever. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to make these as straight as I can. Now, if it works out that way, great, but that's the straight parts. The curved parts need to be curved naturally. Make sure that we got the center. Is off of the paper. So what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to guesstimate, and I will trim this section up once I fold it in half. And that is going to be the pocket or the envelope, depending on how you set yours up. I'm going to repeat the same thing with these two, and then I'm going to put all three, stack them together to make sure that all the curves and points match up. Looks good. Okay, we are set, ready to go. Now you'll pick out whatever paper. Hopefully, if you have the printed version, you can just print, cut it out of the rest of the paper there. I'm also collecting papers for to make my own homemade paper. So, if you're following along with that, I did just put those in the white paper bag, as it were. almost time for me to get a new self-healing mat too, by the sounds of it. So, yeah, and then you're going to pick out whatever paper you want for your envelope and for your the card itself. So, and you're going to trim them all out the same way as we did those. Make sure that everything has the same curve, the same lines, everything. Okay. I'm going to go find me some paper. This is what I had used on the last one I made. And it is a single side paper. Actually, let me have a sheet of this. And you can make as many of the little interior cards as you like. Also on this one, I think what I'm going to do is, I have some of this. I think I'm going to use it to make the outer part of my little corset thing. Let me see if I have a piece of big enough. No, just some small scrappies. And this is small, just lets me know how my paper was made. Yay, okay. Get in there. Okay. So, let's get the large. Here we have two little lined notebook sections and two little. Now what you can do is, if I had a pencil, I would erase the lines and then put your backs on, or you can leave it as the front section, or you can put these two in and then these two, and have a little card set of corset note cards. I am going to apply mine onto the back. And like I said, if I had a pencil, yeah, you wouldn't see any of the lines. I'm not too worried about it right here. You can also forego the one top and make these little pockets themselves too. And for the corset decorations, if you have something you'd like to use to make sure that you get your little buttonholes even, you know, by all means. I kind of just eyeball it. And I'm going to start right here. And I'm just pulling the thread through, I think the other one down here, to make the actual hole. And then one right about here. And one right about here. All right. Fold these in. There we go. And then you can either place your cards in now, which I think I'll do so I can see, everybody can see well here, and make sure everything lines up. If it doesn't quite catch, and by that I mean this wider part doesn't stop it from going up, that'll be fine. You can always trim down what you need. I think I like this the way that matches up there. I'm going to trim a little bit more from down here though. Okay, good. And then you just simply lace it up. My last one, I did the bar up top and the tie at the bottom. You could do it that way. You could do it the bar down here and the tie at the top. You know, it's whatever you want to do. I think I'm going to go with, see if I can find where I put my hole. There's one right here. All right. I guess I should have paid attention to my lacing a little better. But you get the idea. And voila. And you can either untie it. If you want to be able to slide these in or out, you'll have to make sure that these little points are more narrow than the smaller part of the little corset thing. And there we have it, guys. That's all I did to make the other one. Save these because chances are I'm going to be making another one. for who knows what. I can put my template up now. All right, guys. Have fun. I'm going to have to relace that. That's going to bug me. Like I said, I should have paid a little bit more attention to how I put those in there. Okay. And there you have it. Little note card. And you can also, well, I was going to say, if you want, you could do this to where it's an actual card to open. But you will have to do something with the points down here so that they, if you were to do it like this, they will be attached. But and basically what you do is you would just put these and keep the fold of your paper. Let me see. Everything but a piece of regular paper right here. Let me see. Fold your paper. Okay, and then you would put your points that match. So you have the top of this and this point. So you would trace all this out to right here. And right there. And then what you could do is you could come in and trim it like that. Of course, you have to keep in mind what you have out here too. It needs to be able to fit in there. But for a card, just in general, we'll pretend like we're making a card out of this. And then you can get it all. And as far as the part on here, you could snip it there and there. That way, when you open it up, it's still attached. And it'll keep everything in, you know, the right way. Just, you might have to trim it down enough to where it'll fit inside your envelope. And then you can open it up and you'll have that little indentation in there. All right, guys, I got 1,000,001 chicken things to do. And I will be back later on. See ya later. Take it easy and have fun.